Cromer Pier on Friday the 9th of August. I should have started from Mundersley, but there was confusion over the buses in North Walsham with the bus stop change, so I took the first bus that I could, and that took me to Cromer. So I'm going to do the section from Cromer to Weybourne this morning and this afternoon. So at Cromer Pier there's a display board and it's directing us up the track. The way has come in from Mundersley that way. I hope to do that tomorrow. It goes away from Promenade up this slope here and along in front of the hotel. Constantin, 47 miles. So along this little track here. Continue along the track. And round the corner at the end here. I think we can get round here. And on the signboard there points that direction and up this way. Started the walk at about 25 past 11 by the time I messed around with all the buses. It's just about half past 11 now. You have to walk very far to get rid of all the people. Just a few yards, a few minutes, and here we are. Nobody around. The Cromer wagons, some sort of sheep thing, onto a paved area with gardens on the left and the steep drop down to the promenade on the right. Luckily it's a calm day for such a high walk, and so you should hear what I've got to say. A footpath diversion to the beach and town, but this still looks like the proper way, so it turns about a bit and then down here through the car park. Formation of the route along the edge of the car park. I wondered if it went through the gate, but it doesn't appear to. It turns along the edge here, which was the correct decision because there's the repeater sign. Beach below those cliffs, the caravans, a bit of sunlight. Where does the track go here? To see it. Fence. You won't see any signs in the middle. In the absence of signs, I'm going through this. There's a path here, perhaps this is the official route. It's a bit whichever way seems to be along the field. The track comes to an end and the way goes to the edge of the field. There is a sign quite a long way in front. I think we'd be walking on the edge of the field rather than along the tracks on the right. The track does wider on the right, so we'll be down here, telling us to turn to the left. Here it is, and it's made this way from the caravans, so we're there. Caravan site, the track goes all the way to the road where it turns along there. After the caravan site, then there's an open space and some houses. To be clear, the path doesn't go down the track on the right, continuing along the main road. Bus stop at East Runton. The track turns off this road to the right somewhere soon being here. So the path sign, the gate and the way forward. Down this narrow track, moving us away from the road, hopefully. Eventually coming out into this more open area, joining a tarmac track, and we'll be going to the left. There's the way sign. and we turn along here. See two more walkers in front. The one on the left looks serious, the one on the right not carrying anything. Past the sunflowers. The junction there, entrance to the caravan site, but no signs that the way goes through there, so I'll carry straight on. And we come out on the road again. That's the entrance to Hazelberry Caravan Park. And there's the signboards. High Street. Street at East Runton, since that's called East Runton Stores. In the absence of any sign at the junction, I'll continue along the High Street, East Runton Beach Road bus stop. We're getting very narrow here. Maybe I should have turned off. Continues along the road. Left, East Runton. Past the Gold Coast Caravan Park with the holiday homes for sale. Public footpath to Clifftop only, no access along. That's not the way then. Carry on a bit more. Here we are at this signpost. It does turn away from the road, thankfully, and down through this interesting gate. And obviously along the track, with the sign telling it it is that way, along the track, through the caravan site. Continuing through the caravan site, and there are tents as well. I think if I was in a tent on a caravan site, I would prefer somewhere away from everybody else. The way turns right here along the track. Well signposted. Here's a left turn. There is a zebra crossing, and the sign directs us this way. And after the road hump, it turns left along a well-defined track. Wood Hill Park. Now, it might be a well-defined track, but there were two tracks there. I'm going along this one, leading us towards the seafront, past an isolated seat. Another track joins this one, nearly the end of that track, so we'll find out very soon whether this is the right track to take. We can see in the distance the hill just south of Sheringham. The main track here. Towards Sheringham, although we can't see it now, we've got closer to that hill, and the track turns to the right. There's a shelter here. When I last did this section a year ago, I stopped just about here from the route because the road was closed. It was a very rainy day anyway, so it's worth doing again in better conditions. So we come to the sign. It goes down to West Runton Beach. Welcome to West Runton. And that's the way down to the beach. There it said West Runton Circular Walk 3 miles. Norfolk Coast Path part of the Green Coast Path. So it's through here this way. Around the edge of the car park and up the steps, I suppose. Climb or down cliffs. But there is a sign, so it is up these steps. There's the sign. Groin type things here now. We're down south of Mondersley. Up a little hill. A hillock. And down the other side. The fencing. Nothing saying from the cliff top. The official route closed. On the side here. Nothing looks bad. We go along the edge. So straight on. Visitors using the coast path within the boundary of the park must keep dogs on the lead. Meeting the fence here, along the edge of the fence. I'm assuming it still continues on the side of the fence, and there are signs here indicating that we go through the gap here. Well-defined path on the cliff edge. Still continuing on, we're coming towards another caravan site. Nearly the caravan site of the hill near Sheringham approaching. This is still the way. There is a way down to the beach just there. Signs, so we need to backtrack in a minute. No, this is the correct way. The way. There is a small lake here. Breeze getting up now. Bank. There's the sign. This hill a few times, I'm doing the long distance association walk, pocket line 50 from Sheringham, so you can walk at 50 miles. There's a notice here about a nature trail. It was at this point that the walk a year ago was closed for work on the footpath, so I had to divert, pick it up on the close to the centre of Sheringham. I stopped on getting to Weybourne because of the rain. Ah, this isn't a hill, it's a bump. Beeston Bump is the local name. It's Beeston Hill. It was once two round flat-topped hills, like giant mole hills, were left behind when the glaciers retreated northwards at the end of the last ice age 10,000 to 15,000 years ago. At this time, most of the North Sea were dry land. It's 207 feet above sea level. It says National Trail now. To say part of the England path. No cycling. Do you think anybody even attempts to cycle up here? 1, 2, 3, 19, 20, 21, 22, 64, 65, 66, not at the top yet. There is a trick point and lots of seats. I think I'll stop and eat enough. There's the trick point, Sheringham, the distance to that Weybourne. I don't see a window anyway. small church in the distance. There is some more detail about the bump. The Eastern Hill Light Station, to do with the Second World War. The remains of the octagonal base can be clearly seen behind you. Look at that. It's about 1:45, descending the other side of the bump. See an official sign in front. There's no steps at the top, but we get some steps here. 1, 2. It looks as if the original path has been moved. You can see the left alone now. 37, 38, 39. Continuing along the new track, possibly the work that was being done when it was closed when I arrived last year. The end of the track, and it goes up the side of the golf course. Looks as if it's still the new track, so I won't have been on this before. And down we go into Sheringham. Signboard with the National Trail, and on down there. Down to the front. So the track goes down here towards the promenade at Sheringham. Nearly at the bottom. I think this is where the route joined up last time. The south end of Sheringham. That's the way we're going to go to the beach huts north. Halfway down, and there are signs on the post, and the way goes along below the promenade that way. It's along in front of the beach huts, Sheringham. Big rocks here for the sea defences, and the shingling noise as the tide recedes. Sign now directs us away from the front and along the track. It's definitely this way. There's some more signs. It comes out in the square with no sign telling us which way to leave. Back down here, looking at the book, it seems to suggest it continues along the promenade. Welcome to Sheringham. Sheringham Museum. That's the way looking south, from in front of Sheringham Museum, the way looking north, with some painted beach huts on this. Sheringham twixt sea and pine. Not likely to see any of these. So that was right, the sign there pointing that way, and then along the seafront, still continuing along the seafront, the sign's confirming it. Sheringham towards the north. Quite a few people out on the shingle today. Assuming it's still carrying along the front. I've seen some signs up the top that look as if they made a path. So whether the walk is along the top or not, I don't know. We shall see when we get to the end. It's quite likely that this has no way out. There's the Sheringham Lifeboat Centre, and that's as far as one can go. Looking at the map, it's clear that it doesn't go along here, so I'll have to retrace my steps, go up onto the esplanade and take it back until I can recognise where it came along. So was at this point, just after the lifeguards, that I missed that sign that takes the way up the steps. But at the top, there's no sign saying which way to go. But it obviously has to go this way. Sheringham Beacon. And having just come in reverse, I know there's a sign at the top of these steps. Which is over a bridge that goes down into the promenade. And this is the sign I saw from the promenade, so I knew the track was this way, not down there. Continuing along the top, Esplanade I think they call it, where we find a big pond. Might be an outdoor swimming pool. Now let's Sheringham. Weybourne 2 3/4 miles. And from the top of the cliffs you can see where I got to before, the end of the lifeboat station. Forwards, where we're going. To the right of the golf course. Sheringham Coast Watch. A lookout post at Skelding Hill, but not occupied by the Coast Guards now. Next little hill, and into the distance the track goes. Nice heathland and gorse, very attractive pond. To the north, well, we're on the top of the coast now, so it's to the west of Sheringham. A National Trust area, Sheringham Park. Opening up into a field type area. Building in the far distance, so maybe getting towards Weybourne. I think there's quite a lot of big grasses around this area. Sheringham Park. Continuing on with the edge. Not too high just here. Station, but I think it's too far away to telephone to it and find it. Should be in the picture. No horses. You might struggle to get a horse into this one. That way. So it's got to be this way. There's the terrace from houses. At the moment I'm going up straight toward the window. But not for far. Because just here, a few yards on, is this gap which you hardly notice, and it's got the acorn on, so I guess we go through here, just going round the houses. Notice here about the fishing around this area. So this may be where I was stopping today. Signs show Sheringham 2 3/4, and that was how far it was to Weybourne, so this must be Weybourne. Down there and see about catching a bus to Cromer. It's just after the sign I'm describing a second. This is the centre of Weybourne.